Number two, what about the cost? If you have insurance, obviously you're spending money on premiums, right? We just talked about $6,277 per year for that couple. Typically, people are paying annually or over a lifetime, but it could be over a period of time. It could be over 5, 10, 20 years, or even paid with a lump sum. What happens if you don't need care? Well, if it's a traditional standalone policy, you don't have a residual value there, right? Unless you bought perhaps a return of premium rider, which very, very few people do. But you have gotten valuable protection over your lifetime, and it really is the most cost-effective solution. But it came at a cost. You paid premiums, right?
Just like homeowner insurance, right? Or auto insurance is no different. If your house doesn't burn down, you're not sad that you had homeowner's insurance.
That's right. You're glad that you had the protection, but it was a cost-effective way to get protection, right? And same with health insurance. If you don't have that major health event or go to the hospital, you're not bummed out. You didn't have to visit the hospital. No, like you have insurance, and if you need it, it's there. If you have a hybrid policy, there's a death benefit or cash value if you don't need care. But what happens if you do need care? You have a large bucket of money to be able to pay for care, right? Whatever type of policy you have. So this goes back to the leverage that we just talked about. What if you're self-funding? What's the cost? If you don't need care, great. No money was spent on premiums and there's no burden on the family. But what happens if you do need care? It's expensive, right? We all know it's expensive, but how expensive is it? How much does care cost? Well, to give you an idea, based on Genworth's cost of care survey in Columbus, Ohio, because that's where I am, median, so middle of the road, prices for home care based on, let's say, 44 hours a week, which is about 6 hours a day, is going to cost you almost $6,000, $5,968. What about assisted living? We're looking at about $4,334. Okay. In my experience, though, that's low. I typically add about $1,500 to that assisted living cost. If you want a nicer assisted living, you're going to want to add about $1,500. What about if you have to go to a nursing home, which is the last place most people want to be, right? And end up, it's over $9,000. Okay. So that's the cost if you're paying out of pocket for care, if you're self-funding. Just so you know, if you have a policy, the idea is you're avoiding the nursing home. Right? It's nursing home avoidance plan is really what the insurance is. So that's the cost, Nick.